Hey, 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 supermoms. How are we feeling today? Overwhelmed, stuck, healing journey looking a little too much like another bullet point on the to-do list? Yep, been there. So let's chat about this. Why does healing feel like another chore? And importantly, how can we make it, actually enjoyable? Like, wouldn't it be nice if self-care didn't feel like extra homework? Yep. Imagine healing as something you look forward to instead of something that feels like a mandatory dentist appointment. I know, sounds crazy, but let's break it down. So, why does healing feel like a job? Well, think about it. We've got endless routines and tips thrown at us. Meditate, write down your affirmations, say this, don't say that. And don't get me wrong, these things do work, but only if they actually resonate with you. When we're trying to fit into someone else's healing mold, it can feel like we're forcing ourselves to wear someone else's shoes. And no wonder why they're so damn uncomfortable. The problem with trends is they don't really ask you what feels right. They don't ask if you actually want to sit in silence for 20 minutes of meditation or if that's just pure torture for you. Maybe while everyone else is chanting and breathing and finding inner peace, you're over here feeling antsy and bored as fuck. And that's okay. You don't have to force yourself to fit into anyone else's mold. You've got to find your own groove. And sometimes you don't just need a coach or a guru, you need a fellow goddess who can meet you right where you're at. I know it's easy for a coach, therapist, or even an expert friend to just say, meditate or follow these steps. But if you're not there yet, that advice might be more triggering than anything. The key is finding someone who understands you and can guide you on your own level, like where you're at. So let's start by flipping this healing chore idea on its head, all right? If you're feeling like healing is another job you're clocking into, let's explore why. And yes, exploring can actually be fun. Stick with me here, okay? Instead of just going with another guru's flow, why not get curious about what really resonates with you at this moment? Let's be real, most of us already are managing a lot work, kids, maybe even military spouse life, okay? We over here managing life like it's a circus, okay? Project managing the shit out of everyone's lives. When we add something like healing to the list, it can start to feel like another task that is never ending. And that's because it often is when we're doing things that don't actually fit who we are or what we need. So ask yourself this. Are you trying to heal by following someone else's steps? Maybe because your friend recommended it, or because Instagram made it look trendy, or maybe because it's what your parents used to tell you, like, you know, go to school, become a doctor or a lawyer. It'll be great. So great. Everything's fine. Even if in your spirit, in your heart, you wanted to be an artist or in theater. All right, here's a thought. Instead of trying to make yourself fit into someone else's plan, explore what feels good for you. Yep. Let's treat this like I don't know, the ultimate adventure. Let's do it like that, okay? You are on a ultimate adventure to really finding who you are at this point in your life. Let's see what fits you, what makes you laugh, what brings you peace, even joy. Try something new. Ever wanted to journal, but in your own sassy style? Try it. Or go on an adventure. I did so many different things. I tried different things to see creatively what I was interested in and what I really love to do. You don't need a structured, rule bound routine for healing. Healing is not supposed to fit in a box. I know you've heard it before. Date yourself. Learn more about things you would be interested in doing. You're just discovering more about yourself, and in doing so, you're awakening this deep intuitive part of you. Your third eye, right here, is going to begin opening up more for you. And what that means is the more you learn what feels right for you, the more your intuition opens up. So that's the intuitive part of you. The more you learn about what feels right for you, the more your intuition opens up. It's going to help you tune in to what your body, mind, and spirit actually need. And if you try something and it doesn't feel right, cool, toss it out the window. That's part of learning. Healing isn't a straight path. It's like wandering through a buffet of all the different things that might actually make you feel alive. The goal is to find what makes you feel good, what makes you laugh, or at the very least, doesn't make you roll your eyes the entire time, okay? I mean, think about how you grew up and how a lot of the things that you might have learned to love or be interested in are things that your parents may have taught you or your friends or peers were doing at the time, even with trends on social media. It's like, oh, I want to try that. I want to try that. It's DIY life right now. Y'all, I would love to be into DIY, but it's painful. I get to start a project and I don't have time to finish. I don't want to prioritize finishing. Let's be real. I want it to look all pretty. Okay. That's basically the healing journey. It's like everybody wants the end result of the DIY project, but nobody really wants to put in the work to get there. And that's where I'm at with DIY at least. And the magic part about this is when you start doing things that resonate, you stop feeling like you're on autopilot or just surviving. Aren't you tired of just surviving? Shit, I know I was. Your awareness starts to kick in whenever you get more intuitive. So being able to really tap into what you're interested in, your likes, and learning more about who you are will get you to that point of maybe even being able to meditate, but just really tapping into yourself and who you are. And when it happens, it helps pull you out of survival mode. So instead of just getting through each day, you start feeling in tune with yourself, like you're living your life with more clarity and more purpose. Let's bring this full circle. Staying curious, even playfully in your journey, is important. Healing doesn't have to be some super serious routine, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's version of self care. Find what lights you up, and you'll start to notice that you're way more intuitive. This will give you the discernment and awareness you need to understand why you might be feeling antsy in that meditation class or why you feel so resistant to implementing proven strategies that allow for you to do the deep inner work. Your intuition starts guiding you, showing you what's helping you and what's not, and what can bring you real peace. So, if healing feels like a chore, it might just mean you're trying things that aren't in sync with where you are currently at. No stress, explore, try different things, and listen to your intuition. There is no right path. And remember, finding that fellow goddess to support you makes all the difference. When you have someone who meets you where you're at, it all becomes a lot more easier and a lot more you. All right, supermoms, here's your homework. Explore without pressure, get curious, and find what truly resonates with you. Healing isn't about doing it right, it's about doing it your way. Trust that your intuition will kick in and lead you out of survival mode and into living your best life, okay? It's possible. Drop a comment if something from this chat resonates with you, and let's support each other. Until next time, stay divine and stay curious. Bye, loves.